Hey folks, MACT here, and we're going to check out the fuse box on the 2011 through 14 Ford Edge and go over each and every fuse in the power distribution box. That's right, and hopefully it all helps you out, so let's get to it. MACT here, folks, and we have a fuse box. That's right, we have the fuses underneath our 2011 Ford Edge, and I thought it would be great to have a video identifying each and every fuse that's in here. So we're going to go ahead, and I'll provide the documentation with this in the video, but we're going to go ahead and call out each and every fuse and what they control, and that way you have video documentation on what fuse controls what in your 2011 through basically 14 Ford Edge. Just keep in mind there will be minor differences based on the setup of your Ford Edge, whether it be an SE, SEL, Limited, Sport. But we're going to do this on a 2011 Ford Edge Limited with, I think they got the 301A package in it. So I got the sunroof, I got the radar, I got everything in it. This thing was fully loaded back in the day when they made it. So we're going to go ahead, cover what's in this fuse box, and go through the fuses. First things first, you just push on these tabs here and pull up, and you have your fuse box right here. So I'm going to have to bungee cord this thing back because it'll keep shutting on us. So let me get something to hold this back, and we'll get to it. Now, one thing I have is these night ties, and I tell you what, they come in pretty handy when you need them. You can bend them around and do everything and anything with them that you want. And they're just silicone covered wired tie straps, and they work exceptionally well. So we're going to go ahead and start identifying every one of these relays and fuses in here and see what we got. Now, starting out, we have fuse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the drift as we're going through here. 10, 11, 12. So I'll call out the number and then we'll just start out at the very beginning. But we have the first fuse, which is number 1. And number 1 is not used. Hey, go figure. Number 2 is not used. Number 3 is not used. Number 4 is a 30 amp. This is number 4 right here, and that is a 30 amp fuse for your wipers. And number 5 is a 40 amp for your anti-lock brake system, ABS pump. And then number 6, of course, is not used. Number 7, that's it. Number 7 right there, that is your power liftgate. Number 8 is a 20 amp, and that is your moonroof. And number 9 right here is a 20 amp, and that is a power point number 2 for your rear console. That's right, that's where your power point is. Number 10 is, of course, is not used at all. And number 11 is your rear window defroster. That's it right there. Number 12 is not used. And number 13 is your starter relay. That is number 13. Number 14 is not used. And number 15 is your fuel pump relay. Okay? And that's pretty simple on those. Number 16, as we're going back on all this, Number 16 is right here. That's not used. And number 17 is not used. To number 18, which is right here. That is your 40 amp blower motor. And then number 19, which is your 30 amp starter motor. Number 20 is your 20 amp power point number 1 console bin. 21, which is right here, is your 20 amp cargo area power point. Number 22 is not used. Number 23 is your 30 amp driver seat module. 24 is not used. Silly enough, after 24 we skip 25 altogether and we jump over to 26, which is your 40 amp rear window defroster, and then 27 right here, which is your 20 amp front power point lighter, and then number 28, which is your 30 amp climate controlled seats. Now after that we got 29, which ain't used, we have 30, which is not used, and we have 31, which is not used. Then we jump over here and we got 32, which is not used, and we have 33, which is not used, and then we have 34, which is our blower motor relay. 35, of course, is not used, and 36 is our rear seat relay, and 37, right back here, 37 is our right trailer tow stop turn lamps relay. .38 is not used. Now I don't have trailer tow, so I wouldn't have those two functions on that for those. So 39 is the I got 60 amp here for whatever reason. There you go, 60 amp, and it's a cooling fan for vehicles without trailer towing. And then 40 is this one right here, and this is for cooling fans with trailer towing. So you can see you have two of them. 39 is mentioned twice, but you have two for the cooling fan with trailer towing, and that is pretty much confusing for you all, but just keep in mind 39 is the cooling fans for vehicles without trailer towing, and 40 is for cooling fans with trailer towing, and that's how that is all set up. Now as far as we're going from there, 39, 40, and then 41 is not used for my vehicle. Neither is the cooling fan for trailer tow, because I don't have that. So what they're really saying is 39 you're going to have with trailer towing. 39 and 40 will both be 40 amp fuses, but if you only have cooling fans without trailer towing, you're going to have one 60 amp fuse in 39. So that's something to look for when you're going through this. 39 can be either a 60 amp, but if it's not a 60 and it's a 40, then 39 will be a 40 amp, and then 40 will be a 40 amp. So you have two side-by-side 40 amps. 41, of course, will not be used. 42 is a 30 amp, and that is for the passenger seat. 43 is a 30 amp, and that is for the ABS valves. 44, that's your rear washer relay. And then 45, where is 40? 45, let's find 45. 45 jumps down to here, okay, and 45 is a rain sensor. So this is your rain sensor fuse right here. And then 46 would be your next fuse, not used. 47 would be your next fuse, not used. 48 is the next fuse, not used. 49, which would be also unused, and then the next one would be 50, which is your 15 amp heated mirrors. Then you're going to have 51 right next to it, and that is going to be unused. And then 52 will be your stop lamp relay. 53, where did 53 go? 53 would be right here, and it is not used. And then 53 would be, okay, 53 would be your left trailer towing stop turn lamps relay. So that would be right there in 53. And 54 is not used. So you notice I don't have trailer towing, so I wouldn't have that, just like the fans. Now right here we have 55, and that is your wiper relay. Then 56 is not used. 57 is your 20 amp left high intensity discharge HID headlights fuse. So that is your headlight fuse right there for your HID system. 58, which would be your 10 amp, and that is your alternator sensor. 59, which is a 10 amp, which would be, what is it? Your brake on off switch. That's 59. The 15 amp is your stop lamps. That's number 60. Number 61 is your 10 amp rear seat release. Number 62 is your 10 amp AC clutch. And then number 63, since I don't have trailer towing, this would be your TT trailer towing stop turn lamps relay. 64, which is, let's see, it's a 20 amp, and that is your rear wiper motor. And 65, which is a 15 amp, which is your fuel pump. That's right, your fuel pump is right there. 66, right here, this bad boy right here. 66 is a power control module PCM relay. Always good to know where that's at. And then we jump down here to this 20 amp, which is 67, which is the vehicle power VPWR number 2. That's a 20 amp. And then we got a VPWR number 4, which is a 15 amp that is in position 68. Position 69 is your 15 amp VPWR number 1. And let's see, number 70, which is our 10 amp AC relay for all-wheel drive module. And I don't have all-wheel drive, so I still have that, which is amazing. But either way, AC relay for all-wheel and all-wheel drive module. So it serves as two purposes in that aspect for your number 70 there. And number 71 is not used. Number 72 is not used. Number 73 is not used. And let's see, 73 is not used. 74 is not used. And then 75, which is right over here. I guess that's it right here. That there is AC clutch diode, and we got a little diode right here, I guess. So that's what that is right there, AC clutch diode for number 75. And then 76 right here is not used. 77 is a trailer towing park lamps relay, which we don't have in this vehicle. 78 is the right HID lamps, headlamps, which is strange because I have HID headlamps, but apparently only got one fuse on that one. Okay, I want to go back just a bit. This is 72. This is 73 here, and that is not used. 74 is right here, and that is not used. Then we go up here to 75, which of course is the diode. And then 76 is right here next to the diode. And then it really jumps over and it goes over to this space right here, and that space is 76 and it is not used. 77, which is confusing for everybody, but 77 is AC, is the right HID, or no, that's trailer parking. 77 is, so that one's empty. And then 77, then we got 78 over here. Okay, it jumps around quite a bit on you, but 78 is the right HID headlights right over here on this 20 amp fuse that we have here. And then 79 is the 5 amp that we're following along. And then of course 80 is not used, and 81 is not used. 82 is a 15 amp, and that is your rear washer. 83 is not used. And then since I don't have trailer towing, 84 is not used, but that would be a 20 amp that would be in there. 85 of course is a 20 amp, or not used rather. 85 is not used. And then 86 would be a 7.5 amp right here. And that is a PCM Keep Alive PCM relay. That's important to know, and that's where you're going to find that. And then 87, which is a 5 amp, which is right here, which is your run start relay. Now 88 right here is your run start relay also. So these both are connected together. So when you got a run start relay issue, you want to check both of these out as far as what you're doing on that. And then 89, where did 89 go? 89's right down here, and I got 89 is not being used. And then we go down to the next one, 90, which is a 10 amp that goes to the PCM. And then 91, which is a 10 amp that is your adaptive cruise control. 92, which is a 10 amp, which is your ABS module. 93, which is a 5 amp, that is your blower motor and rear defroster. 94 is your 30 amp. That is your passenger compartment fuse panel run start. So this one controls what's inside of your Ford Edge. And then we have 94, which is right down here. That one is not used. And then 96 right down here that I have over here. 96 and 97, I believe, are also not used. And then last but not least, 98. 98, where's 98? 98, this one right here is 98, and this one is your AC clutch relay. So now you got this all pretty much straightened out. We went over every one of these. Hopefully I'm not confusing you on this, but you can get these documents. I'll post these documents at the end of the video, so you can see the documentation that goes with this, and I will post all these files in my MACTFORDEDGE MeWe file section, because that is far more organized than the Facebook group does, because it's just a hodgepodge. But I can organize things better in MeWe. So you will find these documents that I have here in my MACTFORDEDGE MeWe group, so you can download those and see what we got going on here. But hey, this is how it's all set up. Hopefully you learned a little something about where these are, and can help you identify what you're looking for. Well, that's it for all the fuses. I don't know if I'll get underneath in the dash there to be able to get something clarified on that. So I'll try to get under there, but that's a tight space, folks, and it's a tight place to work. So I won't be able to get real clear visual for you on that, but I'll give it a shot. If nothing else, go over what they are in a video, and help you try to determine where they're at and what they're doing. But I think this gives you a good idea now for reference where your fuses are and what ones control what, which would definitely help you in that aspect. And then at the end of this video I'll post screenshots of all of them so you guys can stop and freeze frame and check things out that way. But again, it will be on the MeWe in the file section there under the 2011 Ford Edge tag. And hey, MeWe's got some great files organization, and Facebook has none. So that's where I store my files now and in the future, and that's where you should really go if you want to have some good access to some of the files that I have concerning your Ford Edge maintenance and questions and everything like that. Great group over there in MeWe, so don't hesitate to join that. It's free. You don't have to pay for it unless you want all the extra added benefits that go with it. Then it's just a nominal fee, but that's what I've chosen to do because it allows me more freedom. Anyway, my feet hit the Ford, and I'm having a great day. I want you to have a great day too. Band of One's got some great music. Mercer Girl's always got a couple one-liners. And hey, I'll see you on the next video.
Thank you for watching MacT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Girl production.